interesting.
Okay, so South Africa was always come on, I doubt it.
South Africa was not called
South Africa, but South Africa can't always have been South Africa, because think about it, right? If we think about pre-colonial history of South Africa, South Africa, first of all, is an English term. It's an English language that just means the south of the continent of Africa, which obviously is a very colonial name. So did we have a name before colonialism?
Come on, think about it. You probably know.
I don't know what we've been called.
You know.
Mzansi Afrika. It can't be. I mean, that's just South Africa translated into a different language. So, did we have a name?
We did have a name.
Tell me.
Transkei.
The Transkei, isn't that just one part of South Africa? But that's also colonial. Transkei is derived from a very from the Afrikaans language. So it's also not pre-colonial. What is our name?
No, I mean I'm speaking from before.
Okay.
Not
just before South Africa.
I mean before we were called names, we were just a place. If you think of it, before we were colonized, we were just literally a place.
I doubt it. You see, that's the reason why it's...
Well, we're not just a place. No. Africans came to South Africa and all these different tribes, they came together and like, this is our place. We're going to call it one thing.
No, not one thing, but I do think that, Africans did have names for places and groups of places before we were colonized. And that's the reason why it's, it baffles me that most of our history has been lost as African people. Yeah. Because we'll just never know. We'll just never know. But I doubt that a place with people, with activity, could just have been nothing.
Yeah, I wonder what they were called, because we don't have historical stuff. All we know is like what we were called during coloniality. Let me pick another random country and think about what you know. This I'm asking you simple ones here. It's not a quiz. So you don't have to feel pressure.
Oh,
it's not a quiz. It's not a quiz.
Even Friday yet.
It's not a quiz. It's not a quiz.
Okay.
Zimbabwe.
I've heard Rhodesia.
Yes, it was Rhodesia as well. That's a good one. And then let's look at also another one that you might know, Tanzania.
Oh,
come on, it's easy. This one is easier.
Gosh, I don't know. Tell me, remind me.
Zanzibar.
Okay.
Yeah, you knew that
yes,
one. You did know that one. And Ethiopia, this one is an easy one.
Beji.
Yeah.
Just tell me now.
Abyssinia.
Oh, I've never heard of that before, actually.
Yeah.
Abyssinia.
Yeah, Abyssinia.
Okay, I've never heard of that. That's very interesting.
And I don't know why the people of Lesotho changed their name, because I find their previous name more African than their current name, the Kingdom of Lesotho. I like Swaziland.
Yes, actually, it's funny. I was going through, I think it was on X or social media as usual, and someone was speaking about how the name Lesotho isn't actually authentic to Basotho, because if you think about the Sesotho language, Basotho would be a more genuine term for the place where the Sotho people are, directly translated. Whereas they found a link between the le in Lesotho as a French
prefix.
A French prefix, Lesotho. And that's how they became Lesotho. So it's a colonial way. The le in Lesotho is not Sesotho, it is French. Lesotho.
So that's also
Basotho is a more direct translation of how you as Basotho people would name a place where you are.
I think if we also South Africa should rethink our name. South Africa is such a lazy name.
It is
for our country.
It's just a geographic location.
What do you think of Bophuthatswana?
But that's Botswana, mos.
No, but it's not, because when they were called Basotho land.
No, Basotho land is Lesotho. Botswana is a different country. That was called Bophuthatswana.
Really?
Yes.
But do you think we can adopt that? Because I think it was regional.
That's the name of Botswana. They already have that one.
No, but remember we were not landlocked. Were we landlocked back then? With Botswana.
So yes, Botswana was parts of Botswana were parts of South Africa.
Yes,
like the northwest province of South Africa was a part of Bophuthatswana before it was a part of South Africa.
So don't you think there would be a nice kind of like leveraging a nice African name for South Africa?
I don't know what the Zulu people will think about that.
All right, I'm going to wrap it up with that one because we have run out of time.
Yeah.
But it's interesting to see kind of the colonial names and how they've impacted our names. I still think the names that we have as African names, so-called African names, for me, they still feel colonial.
Yes.
When you just look at them, they don't feel like, you know, I'd like to go to the Congo and just find, like, call it something different that's more indigenous to our peoples and the languages that are common to us in our indigenous environment.
And I mean, if we can change street names to become more authentic to who we are, I don't know why we can't just change the names of the countries. There are countries who have done that, who have decided that their names were going to change, and they've stuck true to that. What country can I think of? I know they're there. They're somewhere in the back of my Eswatini, right? Was Swaziland, which was a colonial name. And they decided, no, we are going to be Eswatini. And now everyone calls them Eswatini.
And they enforced it. Like, you guys will call us this. We don't want Swaziland.
And here we are. Eswatini is Eswatini today.
Yeah, I think we all have to revisit these names because I even think the ones that we have today are a little bit like spicy, man. You need to kind of like take them away. And
we have the laziest of them all, South Africa.
All right, that is our Vintage Africa today. Go back and look at the name of your country and tell us what it was and what you think of the current name of your African country. +2 7 6 3 406 9126. Let us know there.